What's up guys, and welcome back to AxeTastic Tuesday. Alright, so this time we got the Tamiya TT02B. It's a four-wheel drive buggy. It's not very expensive, and it's a lot of fun. The reason I bought this was we had a Iconic RC Buggython. It's basically you get this car in a box and sealed, and you have to build it, paint it, and race it. So you got 2 hours to build it, and you have to paint it your team color. You're given a color. We were given green, so we painted a shell green, and it's probably not going to turn up very well because of the green screen. So once we get this out of here, I'll show you what I mean. But anyway, so painted up, put the stickers on it, and then we raced it for 2 days. And I gotta say, this thing really surprised me how well it held up. But the shell, my mate Jamie Cheshire painted it while me and Jody Housley built the rest of the car. So there you go, there's the shell out of the way there, and then we get into the car. So we had to use the stock tires that came in the kit, and they're basically like a block, kind of a spike, so they're real blocky spikes or whatever. But you also have oil-filled shocks, so they're not the normal Tamiya friction ones that normally come with the ready-to-run stuff, so that was good. We used a 15 turn, I think is it? Yep, 15 turn HPI motor is what we had to use for our standard motor we all had to use. Use whatever servo we wanted. We use a AceofAxe in there, I believe, and then we use a 1060 easy run or quick run ESC for it. Standard PT, a transponder that we normally use, and that was all we could really do. So I drive with a wheel, and Jamie drives with a wheel, but Jody used to drive with sticks only, so he had to adapt. He had to adapt and drive wheel that day. So the whole weekend was amazing. There's plenty of videos of the Iconic RC Buggython on YouTube. Definitely check that out. Hilarious. It's a great time. And I'm not going to get into all the different race styles we do, but we do a lot of different styles. So it's not just straight up racing. There's like oval racing and racing the track backwards, and no martial race, a 2-hour endurance race. I said I wasn't going to get into it. I apologize. Check it out. Definitely worth a look. But over the weekend, this thing took a lot of abuse from 3 different driving styles, and it just held up. So we had, I think the ball cup came out at one point. The wing started folding away a little bit, so we had to put some extra plastic on top there, Lexan, to keep the wing from falling off completely. The shocks definitely took some abuse. And then let's see what else. I think the gears in the back started playing up a little bit, but we just got back in there and then redone the gearbox, and it went back okay. Let's see what else. The shock tower is kind of wonky back here. It's kind of flimsy, so that was another issue. But we were sending this thing. It was doing loads of pretty big jumps with it, and landing not so perfect every time. So it took the abuse, and I gotta say I'm really impressed. There's some scratches obviously underneath here, but it held up a treat, so I'm really surprised. It's got a plastic drive shaft that connects the front to the rear, and no issues at all with that. It's just, wow. I was really impressed with how well it did, and like the best part is we had a blast with it. So we ended up winning, I think, 2nd overall for the weekend with our team, and I held on to the buggy just because it's a way for me to remember a great time we had with my mates. So there you go. The Tamiya TT02B, this one happens to be the Plasma Edge 2. They do different variants of it, and that's just the one that we went with because that's what was available at the time. And there you go. If you got any questions or comments, please post below. And if we don't see you on the track, we'll see you on the trail. Later.